how are we doing? It's very cold. How are you doing, Deborah? Is your leg, knee better? Yeah, it's not very nice, is it? When you get a bug, it's not. I don't think mine's a bug. I think I'm just getting cold very quickly, very easily. I think I might need me B12 levels checking because I'm feeling a bit cold all the time. Hello, Laurie, my darling. How are you? My sister from another mother. That's who Laurie is. Hi, Lynn. How are you doing today, Lynn? It's very cold in Derbyshire today. It's a bit wet and horrible. In fact, we've had a couple of days of it being wet and horrible. I'm just waiting for a few more to come in because I was early. So we'll wait and see how a few more come. I'm just watching my old neighbour come up the path. I'm watching he didn't fall over as he's going in his house. Cloudy, a bit of sunshine. Send it my way. Oh, is it moving up the country? Because I might get a bit of warmth. So I put the pattern in the description and in yesterday's preview of it. Hi, Tracy. And Colleen, bless her heart, I'd sent it to her and she's resized it. So in today's description, you'll find the 10-inch block, which is the pattern I've put in. And then there's an 8-inch and a 5-inch, which Colleen's done. And how's Tracy doing today? Is the bot working? Yep, it sure is. Oh, that's good. I'm glad it's working. Oh. So we're gone 2 o'clock, which is the start time. So I'll get cracking. So this is the pattern. I found a pattern. It said a windmill block, and it had just got this part as the windmill, and then these outer points were different colours, and I didn't really like the way it looked like that. So I've made it so it's more of a star now than a windmill block, although the windmill is still in the middle. So my block will be 10 inches. Hello, Colleen. Look at Lynn putting links in. Yoo-hoo, go Lynn. Right. So I've cut all my pieces and stuck the first ones onto the back. Now what I did with, I took a 4-inch square and cut it diagonally in half, and it's actually quite a good size. But when I first started cutting them, I cut the white ones first, and I didn't quite cut them at 4 inches, so they're a bit tighter when I try and fix them in, but they do fit. So because I did want to test it out, and it does fit, so that's fine. So something for the coronation. It might be. You never know. I might just make a bag or something out of it. It's a 10-inch block. I can do what I like with it. So, okay. Let's put my phone there where I can catch the messages as they come. So I'm starting with piece F, and I've already, like I said, I've already put the white onto the red. My red's it's what I did my daughter's dress with, my granddaughter's dress with last year, so it's got a bit of white in it, in the polka dot. She had a red, white and blue dress for her Jubilee, but it doesn't matter. So the next one that we need to add is another red. So as normal, fold your paper back, and you've got your 1/4 of an inch on the back to sew it. When you're putting it on, just make sure that your piece covers so there it is on the back, so it does cover the area that I'm going to stitch, and I'm just going to stitch at the side of that fold as we normally do, and I'll just check the comments before I go any further. Oh, there you go. Colleen's putting the links in, thank you. Making some more bunting. I did bunting for the Jubilee last year, so I'm just going to put that out again, and I'm going to hang me Union Jack up as well that I did, and then I've got me my crown that I'd done. Let me just grab my crown. So I've got my crown that I've done, and that will go up on the back door. Oh, happy birthday, Tracy, for Sunday. Thank you, thank you. Our villagers supplied some more plastic bunting, but we've still got some that we had from last year as well. So, where's my foot pedal gone? Oop. My foot pedal had slid right underneath me table. What's up with this? Come on. Helps if you don't pull the plug out as you're trying to sew. So that's me first next piece sewn on. Let's just thought I had my iron on. It's obviously gone to sleep. Colleen stars are beautiful. Thank you everyone for me crown comments. So my next piece is going to have a big white blob, but not to vary, doesn't matter. Right. I've got my little rotating mat at the side, and so that I can trim off as well while I'm going. I'm being professional today. I'm doing it properly instead of using my scissors. And then the next one is a blow, and because I've cut this at 4 inches and then cut it on the diagonal, it's, as you can see, it's got plenty of space at the end. Press that one back. I love my rotary cutter, Lynn. I use it all the time. Rid of my scratchy bits. So there's my first piece, which is piece F, which is that way around on my board. Right, so now I'm doing piece E. Let's have a look what somebody was. Oh, hi Cheryl. Oh, Lynn, that'd be lovely. Yeah, decorating the front for the school. Yeah. Yes, it has come in very useful, Lynn. Now I've learnt that once I've opened it, I need to keep it open and then just close it when I'm not using it, because I still haven't got that strength. How's Cheryl doing today? Are you all right, me mate? So my white piece is the one that's going to be the trickiest to make sure that I've got it covered. And I'll just put my finger on the edge just to make sure that it does cover it, and it will. bit of press back, because pressing it back helps make sure that it fits where I want it to. Oh yes, that's fine. So I don't know if you can see through the paper, but my line's here and my paper's finished up there, so I've got plenty on the white. Bit tight on the edge, but that will soon clear up. That's fine. And then I need another blue. Right, what's... Oh yeah, you're heading back, aren't you? So that's fine, Cheryl. If you can't stay, like, you have to do what you have to do and catch it on replay. Used a jelly roll for the 8-inch one. Turned out I missed that. Where's that gone? Turned out I'm angularly challenged. Got it done. The 5-inch was scraps from Monday, so. So blue piece. I need blue. And hang on. You're talking about you being angularly challenged. I'm angularly challenged here, trying to figure out which way I've got to do it. That way. Let's go on that way. Make sure it fits. Yes. Not only am I angularly challenged, I'm vertically challenged because I'm a midget. I've been to my sew club this morning and I've done some quilting on me peacock that I did. And I got me should show you this. This will get Laurie going. This one. Laurie will be like, "Oh, I want it." This is me basset. Look at me basset down. It's a Fred Basset. Lone Star, Hunter Star. Well, you know, a star's a star. Okay, next piece is a white. I'm actually sewing, trimming, all at the same time here. I'm ironing as well. I'm being very good today. I might just do it. I think I might just move it down a fraction. Still be in my seam allowance, but give me that bit more. You need that basket, do you? Oh, I don't know if I've got your email, Laurie. I'll message you and you can send me your email and I'll send it you. Hello, Lucy. So there is piece E. So that's 2 pieces done. Now, piece E goes below piece F. So we might just as well sew them while we're at it. Do them before we go any further. To make sure that I match up that join, I'm going to put a pin through there and a pin through there and match up me because I don't want to lose my points, especially as the ones that Colleen did were perfect. Now, unusually for me, I've actually sewn through the paper on the seam just to make sure that I have got it fairly lined up. And then I'm going to press that open. So that's them ones done. And then I can take off the seam, the paper that's in the seam allowance, rip that off, but leave the others attached. Have a look at the chat. You had one fairly lined up. They look perfect. They really did look perfect. Okay, so that's E and F. Put that on there. Now we'll work on piece D, because that goes above E and F. And I need white. So that's that. Then we need another blue onto that, which is, I have to make sure I get it the right way on. That way. Give that a press. So that's that one. We're going to trim this blue down because we're going to add a red onto that. So I'm going to use my 1/4 inch ruler, put it up to my paper and just trim off the excess. And then add a piece of red, making sure that my piece covers. Okay, I'll trim that piece down. One more bit to trim off. So that's piece D, and we'll add that to the top of E and F. Okay. And that goes that way. Again, I'm going to use a pin. I'm going through that star on that side into the star on that side, and pinning it, and then you can do the same on the other star point if you want, and match it up. But once you've got one in, you can then adjust it as you sew. Again, I'm going to sew through the papers because I just want to keep the points. Normally I would take my papers off and once I've trimmed it and sew it, but because I want to keep the points, I'm doing it this way. Give that a press. That's not very lined up very well, is it? But am I going to fix it or am I going to leave it? I think I'm going to leave it. Okay. So the next piece is piece C, and we're going to add a white. If it was for a specific project, I would probably have unpicked it, but as it's not, it's just me messing about with the block. I've got Jack sat there waiting. Spent a lot of time with Jack. a month's worth of videos where that's not right, yeah. Or what is my comments? If in doubt, fudge it. Fudge it. Right, this one a press back. And then we're adding another red. And it's going on all that away. Bit. The next colour is a blue. So I'm just making sure that my piece is going to cover. Right. What was Lucy? This, yeah, it's an easy block. Pay better attention. The easiest blocks to start with is what to do with them. What did I do with them? Square in squares. Hang on, I'll get it. Right. This was done square in a square in a square in a square in a square. And that's easy. What's another one? But that's square and square's done different. That's done a different method. But half square triangles are easy to do. There's just two lines. Yeah, if you sew on the line rather than like I'm doing with the sewing at the side of the paper. So if you sew actually on the line of the paper, let me just undo this one and show you on this one. So you're just sewing actually through the paper and through your two pieces, and the only reason I don't do it like this is because I've got arthritis in my fingers and it takes so much time to pull out the papers afterwards, especially if you're doing something with a lot of bits in. So that's the only reason I don't like using that method. But if you're doing something little where you've only just got that, I know that'll rip out quite easy because there's two big pieces of paper. That's my pleasure. Did I do a square and a square, Colleen? I can't remember. I think I did. I'm sure I've done a square and a square on FPP. I'll have a look, Lucy, and after all the chat and stuff goes up, and the live becomes and it goes live afterwards, I'll put a link to the pattern, to some easy patterns for you that are free. You've been watching us? Yeah. I've put a new series up. It's ongoing. It comes out once a night, and it's all on learning the basics of FPP. So I don't know if you've watched any of them. But there'll be 10 of them altogether. It goes over 10 days. And the actual finished block is the beagle that I'm working on while I'm showing you and teaching you. And then once you've professed it, you can do any pattern then. I took my peacock to Sew Club this morning to start and quilt it. So I'll fish him out in a minute and show you him. Let's get box C done first. Press like that. So block C done now, just need to trim it, and then you can all have a look at block C. So there's piece C with a bit of cotton stuck to it. So that now goes onto this side of the block, so you can see the windmill in the middle. So again, I'm going to pin, but I think I might put 2 pins in this one because it's a bit longer. If you hold it up to the light, you can actually see the other star through. So just sew block C on, and then I'll get my peacock and show you my peacock. Move my pins out of the way. Okay. Take some of these papers out, and then press. Oh dear, Colleen, my precision's not as good as yours, look. Look at that centre, that's rubbish. Right, let's look at the chat. Hi, Melissa. Yeah, we did a meeting, didn't we? You know, I talked Tracy through it. Oh, is your RA suffering today, Melissa? You're setting up. It doesn't always rain, Melissa. It's just in some areas it does. It's raining here. Eating a sticky bun. Oh, Lucy, you've got me going now. Sticky bun. Cinnamon roll. You've got a square and a square. I don't remember where I got it. It's crooked. But I'll drop it in Google Docs. No idea what the size is. Yeah, I've got a feeling I got one. But let me get my peacock and show you my peacock. Ooh. So I started to quilt him today. So here he is. He's got his head and his body quilted, but the background's not quilted yet. I need to quilt the background and do up round these bits on his head. But that's what I was working on this morning at Sew Club. Oh no, spontaneous fires. No, I wouldn't want that. Thanks, Colleen. In what free time did you make that? Was it about, I did it before my back started playing up. But then I've just been to Sew Club this morning and quilted it. Free time. I've always got free time. I don't work. This is it. This is my work. This is all I do. So when my back allows it. So that's the first pieces done. Now we want piece B, which goes along the top once it's done. So we're working backwards because the last piece to add is piece A. So I want white. Make sure my piece covers. Yeah. Alan's cousin lives in New Zealand and they've been having quite a few earthquakes over there, shaking the ground up. He said one of them rattled the clock off the wall. I don't think I'd like to live in tornado or earthquake land. Thankfully we don't get any of them here. Okay, what did you miss, Lynn? The peacock? Yeah, I'll get the peacock. Hold on. Oh. Here you go. Here's the peacock. That's the peacock. So I've still got the top bits and the back into quilt. I've quilted the bird bit, but that's about all I've done. So I've still got the rest to work on. Get over there. Right. Toss it over there. Thank you. Right, what am I doing? Right, I've done that. Maybe. Trim that off. Okay. So I'll glue on this side. I think I'll give that a bit of an iron. It's got a bit creased. So I'm adding blue there. And then we want white there. I'm being very good with all this pressing as I go today, aren't I? Just have that cotton, and that's a blue. Okay, that's the last bit of piece C added, so we can trim that up and then add it to the rest, and then we've just got piece A to do. So there's piece B, and that goes onto the top of that piece. So again, I'm going to use some pins to go through in the right spots. I do donuts. What was that? Donuts. I'm not a big fan of donuts. I like I like the ones that aren't filled. I'm not keen on the ones that are filled. Colleen, how long did it take you to make your blocks? Or your one block? Do you know? So, let's rip the paper out and we'll give that a press. First 1 hour and a half, the second, let's not talk about, 2 hours 20. I just want more coffee. Yeah, I mean, I think if I was just doing them without recording and chatting and doing, I think I'd probably be able to do them in probably under an hour. So, could you send some up to me, please, Lynn? I went out to lunch after I'd finished at Sew Club this morning, and I had chicken and bacon mayonnaise panini. It wasn't very appetising. I only ate half of it. I should have stuck to my ham and cheese. Well, this one's a... I can't understand, because that's perfect, look, that there, and yet that's way out. Something must have slipped. Okay, we won't run off. We'll be here. Okay, let's do the last piece, which is piece A. Let's see how we go. I can always make it into a front of a bag. Right, let's go blue. Blue, blue, blue. That way. Actually, they're wanting raffle prizes for the coronation. My daughter's just sent me a message. Granddaughter's been away with school and she's home and she's had an amazing time. So that's good. That is good. Only some of the things she was doing: caving, rock climbing. At one time she was hanging upside down off a rope. That scared the bejeebers out of me. Just even looking at the photo of her hanging upside down on a rope. Right, nearly done. We've only got 4 more pieces to add, and we're done. Oh, 2 weeks to go, Lynn. That's exciting. Is this your first grandchild, Lynn? Well, what a twit. I've sewn that piece on back to front, look. That's the back of the fabric and that's the front. Good job I'm not sewn through the papers, isn't it? Because I can rip it out easier. I was hoping this block would be six. Flipping heck. I've only got 2. That's enough. I thought this was going to be easy to rip out, but it's not. Come on. Come on, Jack. Do your work. Do your job, Jack. I thought this is a nice easy block. I might actually get it done in the hour. Right. Start again. Position it the right way this time. Better. Looks red again now. Right, and then it's white, and then it's blue, and then I can trim it and put it on the for the one. Last piece going on. I nearly put that one back to front. Okay. Melissa's just greedy. 21 grandchildren. Right, let's press that last piece back and then I can trim it up. Actually, I'm going to put a pin in that while I trim it. Stop it shifting. Right, we're getting there. Okay, so there's the last piece. I'm going to add it to the side of that one. And again, I'm going to match up a few of these cross points to make sure they line up a little bit. They're not going to be lined up exactly anyway, but as long as they line up a bit. Okay, let's sew this last piece on. You're just not afraid of you. So there's the lock. I'm going to rip out all these papers and then give it a good press, and then we're where's my chat gone? just noticed there's a seam that's not caught. So I'll just go over that a bit. Yeah, that bit of the red there wasn't caught into the seam properly, so just add that in. Rip these out. If there's a bit of paper like that left in, I don't fret over it. Not just leave it in. You can quilt it out when you quilt. Right, let's give it a good press. So, there it is in all its glory. So, any questions on you want to stop making stars? I sent you pigs. What more do you want? I think it'd look quite nice on the front of a bag. You need a cricket. I love how you spelt it, Lauren. Oh, thank you, Lucy, for subscribing to Laurie. Okay, everybody. So, anything else on this star block? Thanks to Colleen for doing the different sizes, the 8-inch and the 5-inch, which are in the description box. These are going to be a free pattern, so they'll stay in the link. You have pigs, but you made stars. You will make those pigs. Yeah, patriotic's eye-catching it is. Yeah. So that's it from me. I'll get off now and go and have a rest, because my back's starting to ache a little bit now. I've been sat all day with sewing this morning and this afternoon. Thank you, Lynn. And don't forget me buns, Lynn. They might be a bit stale by the get up here. Post's been terrible recently. Oh, let me just show you what I've got. Oh, sorry, I'm bouncing you. Look what I've got in the post in one of my swaps, look. Stitching Time postcard. That's so cute. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you all next week. Bye. That is cute. I know it's cute. I love it. I've got to put it up on my roll. Yeah, I'm going to go and get some rest now. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you next week. Bye.